Oh my god, I forgot to record the beginning. Yo, is Sersi underrated though, or like what? All right, what is going on, my dude? So is Sersi underrated? Well, today we're going to be finding out. Now, back when Sersi first came out, I was actually a pretty large fan of this champion. She has some pretty interesting and very unique utility that I think is quite nice to have, actually. She doesn't need to be duped in order to access it. She gets some nice regen when she is duped, and she definitely does benefit from her dupe. But one thing Sersi has is some really high damage potential and very easy access to buffs, which is very useful, again, in the game where there are so many new nodes where, for example, in story content now, there are so many nodes where like you need to gain buffs at a specific time on demand, right? With like these paradox nodes and everything. As more stuff like that comes out, champions like Sersi's value will continue to increase as time goes on in this game. So for example, like paradox buff or whatever the heck it's called, man, where it's like you need to gain 3 buffs and then not anymore, right? Well, Sersi can do that very easily, right? That's just the way her kit works. Now, Sersi's damage is pretty darn freaking nuts, man. She has a really great synergy here with Hercules, who happens to be a pretty darn good champ. Special hits that break through an opponent's block with an unblockable buff become guaranteed critical hits. That's really good, especially when her rotation kind of centers around that whole block breaking thing, all right? So that's really nice there. She has some other synergies as well, some more energy resistance here, which is definitely nice. Over here, you can go unstoppable, which is definitely nice. Over here, some more block proficiency, which is definitely nice. And this one with Cap Infinity War essentially gives her plus 1000 attack rating, essentially on her special attacks, because for every armor rating on herself or the opponent, right, it's going to increase by like 900 at rank 3 attack rating during the special attack. So let's jump into some gameplay today, and I'll explain to you how Sersi works as we go along. All right, so Sersi over here, she's a Cosmic Champion, and of course in the Cosmic class, they're kind of known for their damage, right? So let's see if Sersi can live up to that big damage, right? So she starts off a little slow, right? I like to do medium ending combos because that's how you gain your transmutation buffs. Now, these things give you some interesting utility that we'll go over later on, all right? I like to get to 5 transmutation buffs here. Now I'm going to go for a heavy attack after the special one because we're going to get a glancing buff, and while the glancing buff is active, we're going to get 2 transmutation buffs. See that? See how we're doing that? Now we're going to go for a special 2, and we got 13 Furies and a big old special 2, okay? So these 13 Furies now, look at this. Okay, no suicides, no synergies, no nothing. 14k mediums, 9k light attacks, and you're done. You're ramped up. That's all there is to it. It's done. If you just need damage, you got it. Now, I don't have the Hercules synergy, but if I did, that special one would have been guaranteed critical, which is nice. Now, I can go for the special one here up close as well to get a true damage buff, which I don't need. Here's the thing. Her special attacks, her special 1 and special 2, each do 2 different things, okay? Far away, watch. We're going to go unblockable, and we're going to refresh all of our Fury buffs, okay? Boom. We're also going to refresh our true damage buff, which is definitely increasing our damage by a little bit, but not needed in my opinion, right? Her special 2. Her special 2 gives you Furies up close, and far away it goes unblockable, and it also helps you regenerate a lot of the damage that you do. Massive special to the end. Now, when I say regenerate a lot of the damage that you do, let's take a look exactly at what I mean here. So we're gonna like really go to town with this and see how much regeneration we can get on the special 2. Also, the glancing buff is so nice. It's making it so we're not taking a lot of damage here. We're also regenerating from the SIG only at SIG 20 here, okay? So it's actually hard to take damage. But what I'm gonna be doing is going for the special 3, right? Reset the fight here. I'm gonna go for a pretty similar rotation. Okay, except we're going to be focusing on regenerating in this one. So we're going to gain our transmutation buffs. Here comes 5, and now we're going to go for a heavy attack after this special attack, right? We're going to get into the corner first, I guess. Yeah, let's get him back. Let's push him back a little bit, and then we'll see. All right, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Push him back a little bit more. There we go. That's what I wanted. Here comes the heavy attack. We got 7 transmutations. 9. Not too bad. 10. Can we get one more? There we go. 11. 12 Furies. Beautiful. Now what I want to do is I want to go for the special 2 again. I might refresh one time with the special ones, just because it's a little bit easier that way, right? But what I want to do here is I want to go for the special 2. Okay, I'm not. I'm going to go for it. I'm just going for it. So watch this. Did you see her health? Did you see her health? I don't know if you were ready for it. Watch Sersi's health when I go for the special 2. We're starting at 14%. And we're ending at 51%. And we did a lot of damage. So, there are really 2 ways to play Sersi, in my opinion. 2 effective ways. 2 ways that are worth your while. You can ramp up, get your big amount of Furies, right? You don't need more than 10, right? Each Fury gives you at rank 3 plus 900 attack. With 10, that's plus 9,000 attack rating for the entire fight. That's really good. So you can do that, and if you're high on health, just keep refreshing with the special 1 when you're far away from the defender. If you need some regen, go for the special 2, all right? So keep in mind that we essentially started this fight at like 5% health, right? 10% health. Also, shout out to the SIG ability, but one more special 2, and we end the fight at 80% health. So that was really not bad. That was really quite solid 86 hits, or 38 hits we received at the beginning. Very solid regen, man. Very, very, very solid regen. Now, that glancing buff. I want to talk about this glancing buff because it's very good. I just recently made a video about about Sam Wilson, how he has this amazing utility of reducing offensive ability accuracy by 100%. Sersi does something very similar. With the glancing buff, the opponent can't crit you, and they have minus 100% offensive ability accuracy whenever they hit you with anything that they do. So we're going to go through like a bunch of times when this is going to be very useful. Now, what's so great about this is that it's not really one of those things where it's like, oh, try to get hit, right? Throw the heavy attack to tank the special. No. When the defender's attack would do plus 120% of their attack rating, it's going to automatically trigger your glancing buff. This could save your butt quite a bit, and I'm going to show you many different instances of where this might be useful, okay? Now, of course, Cosmic Ghost Rider is not the toughest defender in the game, right? But usually, if you get hit by a Cosmic Ghost Rider Special 2, you're freaking done. You are toast, and there is no going back, right? Let's watch it. Here we go. No armor breaks. No crits. And we're at 90% health and regenerating. And we killed him. Of course, this is just a duel. So it didn't have too much health. But that special 2 would normally kill you. It's just a lock. It's just a lock at that point. He's got the precision buff, the cruelty, right? And it's doing no damage whatsoever. And we're actually regenerating from the SIG. Only at SIG 20. Take a look at Dr. Doom, all right? Let's skip forward a little bit because I think you get it. I'm running Mystic Dispersion of 5 out of 5 here. So he's going to get special really quickly. Watch this. Let's say I don't know how to dex this. Okay. No incinerates. No damage. Watch it again. Let's say I panic. Let's say I'm fighting Doom and I panic. I don't know what to do. Up. I noticed there was a crit there. There shouldn't have been a crit there. That's interesting. Right? I ran in. It triggered by itself. I guess the crit triggered and the crit triggered the glancing buff. It's essentially what happened there, right? So that's why there was a crit. But no incinerates. At this point, right? I'd be down to like 40% health. And I'd be ticking down from the 3 incinerates and I'd be dead. But the glancing buff saved me. Let's take a look at Hyperion, right? His special 1. Let's see what happens here. Let's go for the special one. No incinerates, and in fact, we're going to be regenerating some of this back. Now, if you're at a high sig, right, you're going to be regenerating more. But she's a new champion, and I don't really think she's worth putting sig stones into for the ability. So sig 20. Nimrod. Let's say you don't know how to fight Nimrod, you mess up, right? Here comes a special one, you don't know what to do, you panic, right? Oh my god, what's gonna happen? Glancing. And we lost 1% health there. Back up to 100% because we regenerated some of it from the sig. Pretty decent stuff, right? And it's not just special attacks. For example, Tigra, right? What does she do? She neutralizes you on her basic hits. Nope. Not here. Nothing. Mystic Dispersion, like I said, so not the best matchup, just an example, right? There's so many champions, so many nodes that do things when you get hit, right? The glancing buff is great, man. She's the only champion with an on-demand glancing ability. Really, really nice, actually. And that might come in handy in the future. I don't know. But there might be a time when that's really, really, really useful in the future, you know? So, for example, the next fight I'm about to show you is a Red Skull in Act 6 where she just completely freaking slays. And I'm going to show you my first attempt that didn't go too well, but the glancing buff saved me. So watch this. No stun. No stun. How about that, man? And as you can see, I got hit by a special 2 as well. So, getting hit by a special 2, boom, boom, boom. This is Act 6. I was showing you, like, duels for quick examples, but this is Act 6.3.5. And Red Skull special attacks are doing 300 damage on us. Boom, 900, 900, and 900. But we're regenerating it back, which is huge. Right? So, let's watch a very efficient fight here. We have Hercules synergy, which is great for the guaranteed crits on the special attacks when we break the armor. So, aggression armor, heavy-handed and unblockable. She is really fun. She's really fun against champions with lots of armor because she gains additional attack on her specials, and also she gets her transmutation buffs much faster, okay? So I love that. I think that's really, really cool. It's a really cool, interesting ability, especially because there are lots of tech champions with armor, so it's going to make her really good against tech champions. I love that, like, class wheel type of interaction. I think it's very cool. So at this point, like, she's very simple, man. She's very simple. I'm going to ramp up. I'm going to do what I have to do, right? We're going to go for this. Nice. Glancing buff is saving me here. Look at how I'm regenning. Look. Back up to 95%. Beautiful. And I got 14 freaking Furies too. Okay? Now at this point, we're going to go for this. Ooh. Not too bad. Now I could go for the special one up close, get the true damage buff, right? Then I can ignore some of the damage on that armor, right? But watch this. A nice 60k special one. Now, here's the dealio. Celio. Once you're ramped up, if you don't need regen, you essentially spam the special one. Now, if you have the Hercules synergy, it's a guaranteed crit every time. So that would be a 60k crit every time. Every time. It's pretty decent. Now, her regen in real content. I'm going to show you another time where I messed up. But Sersi is very forgiving. A very forgiving champ when you happen to mess up. Alright? And this is where I discovered, like, the true value of her regen. In this fight right here, I was blown away. Absolutely blown away. Look at the AI here, by the way, man. This is just annoying. But look at this. Look at what he's doing. He's just holding block. He's not in the mood to fight. He's not trying to fight. He's a lover. He's not a fighter. He's a lover, not a fighter. But wait till you see, man. It's nuts. So obviously I'm going to mess up pretty big. I don't remember how I mess up pretty big, but I definitely do. But we're going to go for the special 2 after one more medium here. 13 Furies, decent, right? I probably eat the special 2, I imagine. Nice. And that's going to tick me down, right? Oh, and I get the combo. All right. SP2 into the combo. All right. Watch this. 3% health. What? What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? Look at this, man. I'm at 3% health. He's at 60% health. 25, 50. 125 and a little bit of burst damage too. Another 15, about 140k special 2, and we regenerated 70% of our health. That is literally insane, man. This is so good. This is so freaking good right here. Nuts. Guaranteed crits. That's nuts, man. That is crazy good. There are a lot of tech champions, man, with lots of armor buffs. And each armor buff is going to give you additional attack. And you got true damage. That's pretty darn freaking good, man. Let's look at some more utility stuff here, right? This is a kinetic transference Captain America. Also explosive personality, so I can give him some armors if I want to. Look at that. Another use for her. Look at that. I could artificially increase my attack. So, watch his power bar when he hits my block. You see that? How it went up? Did it go up? I don't even know, because I activated glance. But look at how it's not going up when I have the glancing buff up. That's because, look, see, boom, nothing. That's because minus 100% ability accuracy reduction when I have it. Offensive. We're getting hit here. It doesn't even matter. It's kind of blown away. Oh my god, another thing too. There was double baked utility in this fight that I forgot about. Her transmutation buffs, they, by 30% each, up to 90%, decrease the duration of bleeds, poisons, shocks, and heal blocks. I'm not going to show you all of those. I'm going to show you a couple of them. But here, the node is, what do you call it? Backblast, right? So I'm going to get some incinerates when my crits get too high. All right? So when we go for the special 2, you see that incinerate? See how short it was? On Backblast, usually your health goes like all the way down. But this was more so, you know, for the kinetic transference. So stuff like kinetic transference, bubble shield, stunning reflection, nodes like that. She has an active way to get around that type of stuff with the glancing buff if you activate it at the opportune time. I think that's pretty cool. Now, let's see how she does against, like, for example, Biohazard. We'll look at Biohazard, and we'll take a look at Caltrops as well. Okay? So, like I said, transmutation buffs, they reduce the duration of bleeds and incinerates and shocks. I think shocks. And also heal blocks by 30%. Now, it really helps when you do a parry and you get the glancing buff right away. Alright? Because then you already have one. You already get one of the transmutations, and one more medium gives you another one. And as you can see, right? When I hit Ghost here, and I get a bleed, check it out. It hardly even ticks. I think it ticks maybe one time. Go for a special 2 here. See how it didn't even tick? We're still at 96% health. Again, we're on Biohazard here. Now, is Sersi going to be the best biohazard counter in the entire game? Absolutely not. But if you have like a super small roster and you're stuck on a biohazard lane or a caltrops lane, or you don't know who to fight, don't know how to use for like some lane where there are some bleeds going on, Sersi could absolutely get through that fight for you, man. And that's kind of like the point of like that hidden interesting utility here, man, where it's not the most practical thing in the entire game because like you have that small period in the beginning where you could get bled like that. But just for example, like on caltrops. Now there's a lot of other nodes going on here. Plagued Mines, Static Blast, blah, 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 blah. She really needs to use her special 2 to start off. We're not going to be able to get to special 2 here. But just an example, right? On caltrops, right? Look at that right away. Boom. Parry, medium ramped up. And now when you dash back, it's lasting for 90% less. And we're just like kind of ignoring the node at this point, right? Which is nice, which is definitely nice. Now again, she's not the best bleed immune champ in the entire game. I'm not sitting here trying to convince you of that. But in the future, man, there might be something where you might want that glancing buff, or you might want those unblockable specials, but there's also like a bleed there. And you're like, man, can she do that? Oh, wait a minute, she can, because she can counter those debuffs kind of with the buff, which is, you know, an interesting kind of thing. It's interesting utility. It's one of those things where like I can totally see her getting a little bit of a tune-up in the future, where I don't really see any reason why it can't be reduced by 100%. Right? That might be a little bit too strong, though. I don't know. It might be a little bit too strong. But I can see, like, maybe if she's awakened, she starts with transmutation buffs, so that maybe she has those, like, resistances out of the gate. I feel like she maybe should be poison immune, right? Because she's, like, an eternal and all that stuff, so I think that would make a lot of sense. But I think her damage is freaking nuts, dude. Her regen is absolutely nuts. Her utility is like sneaky interesting, man. She has that really nice failsafe where like if you eat a special attack and you haven't activated the glancing, it's ready to go, you're probably going to be saved, which I think is really amazing. I think it's a really, really cool piece of utility. So yeah, Sersi, really interesting champ. I feel like she's going to be really good for like people with developing rosters, right? But also at the same time, if you have a very big roster, I feel like you have the freedom to rank up a champion like Sersi, who is like very specific and interesting in certain, like, you know, different ways. I feel like she's going to be quite interesting in the battlegrounds mode, right? Because she's an annoying defender with that glancing, and also she clearly has a crap ton of damage for offense and can do it in a pretty easy way, right? So yeah, man, that's going to be it for Sersi. I definitely do think she's pretty underrated. I'm very highly considering taking this champion up to rank 3 just for fun. I really like playing around with her. I think she's going to be fun and useful for the future and good in the battlegrounds, which is like pretty much a win for me, man. So yeah, that's going to be it for this one. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop your boy a big old like. Comment what you think about Sersi in the comment section below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future Are They Underrated videos coming to you, well, in the future. I'll be seeing you around.